Yes, but no woman deserves to watch your husband get unalived by family members, and nobody even like has the audacity to come to me and be like, dang, I am so sorry, or nothing. You guys act like he was just not your blood. Hi guys, welcome to Tasha React. Welcome to Tasha React. I hope you're doing well. We're doing good in the hood. Hi, my name is Tasha. I do have another channel called Tasha Society where I do beauty, makeup, everything beauty over there. And I do have another channel called Tasha Jean where I do story time. Check me out. I promise I will be consistent. This week is hustle week, okay? Don't worry. I'll be consistent, okay? Now, let me put my disclaimer. If the person comes up to me and say, hey girl, you don't have the right to be sharing my video, I will take it down because I don't care. I usually leave the person's information down in the description bar, TikTok handle towards the end of the video. I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed, support. I really appreciate you, and I'm forever thankful for you guys, okay? And I always leave the person's information in the description bar because some people don't like to hear me talking. They're like, oh, you talk too much. I just want to hear the story. You can go find it. Go look for it down. Because I tell you, I don't care about stuff like that. Part 1 is pre-recorded already. So if you want to check part 1 and you enjoy my commentary, you can go check part 1 out. This is a reaction channel. I do react to these stories as it goes. Okay? Alright. So let's get started.
This is part 4 of why my husband was unalived by his father and his brother. Now, what I forgot to mention is that he did continue to tell me, just leave me. And I was like, leave you? You sound ridiculous. No, we going together. Come on. I kept trying to pick him up, and like I said, the dead weight was a lot. Now, aside of that, I was told later on, and we did see, get some testimony from witnesses that said that the girlfriend of his brother who helped unalive
I missed that part. The girlfriend helped unalive it. I thought it was just the wait a minute. I thought it was just the father and the brother. The girlfriend was in it too. Did I miss that? I don't think I heard that part in part 1. Did I miss that part? What? Hold up.
Unalive him, with the dad was out there picking up shell casings. I didn't get to see all that. Like I said, I was busy trying to save my husband, call family members to try to help save him, waiting on the police. Now, the police did get there pretty soon, but when you're going through something like that, nothing is soon enough if he's not being saved, The police did come up from behind me and grab me and drag me away from his body. He was still breathing when I was right there before they drugged me, because they grabbed me from behind because I was wailing. So they took me and they put the tape up. As soon as they put the tape up, I knew then that he wasn't going home with me that day. I knew then that he wasn't going to the hospital. That was going to be his last resting place until it was time to bury him. And I blooped. I did. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't remember my name. I couldn't remember what I just saw. I completely just wowed out. Now, there was this lady there, not the older woman who was in my ear saying stop crying. It was the other lady. She lived out there. I still don't know your name. I haven't ran into you since it happened. But I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for you calling the people that you called for me, for you holding me, for you hugging me, the words of encouragement. I think about you all the time. I went back over there. I knocked on the door before and nobody came to the door. I want to say that was a lot in that moment, to be alone without my husband, knowing that he was right there, unalived, and seeing the people that we loved. And so many times people want to portray this street image so they don't help people like me when they're going through stuff like that. If I'm ever in that position again, in which I have been before and I've helped, I will always help. I will always be of assistance, because no woman deserves to bury her husband.
No woman deserves to bury their husband, yes, but no woman deserves to get watch your husband get unalived by family members, and nobody even like has the audacity to come to me and be like, dang, I am so sorry, or nothing. You guys act like he was just not your blood, like, for a car. And there's probably more to the car story, of course. You know, there's always more. There's more that went to there. Baby, I'd rather y'all tussle it out. Y'all ended this boy and went in, and then you stupid girlfriend picking up the shell cases like idiot. Pick up the shell cases like idiot. And most likely that dude's playing you. Oh no, you're ride or die though. You're ride or die. I am sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of people being so heartless, bro. So heartless.
No children deserve to bury either parent. No family deserves to grieve in that way over materialistic stuff that can be replaced. If it was really that bad to where y'all wanted the truck or y'all didn't like him, y'all could have stayed away. We could have stayed away. If I knew it was gonna get that bad, we would have left it alone. I would have told him to leave it alone. Now there are rumors being said that he had a weapon on him, and that's not true. We found out in court. We've seen the video of the father telling the son in court, "We gotta do this. We gotta do this." And at first the brother, he was like, "No, it's my brother." And the daddy was like, "We gotta do this. What did I say? Let's do this." And that explains to me in my head now, makes it make sense for why the dad came out first. And then the son, I guess he was like, you see him on camera like looking like, should I do it? Should I do it? He's going back and forth in his head, and he goes ahead and do it. That's why I feel like they're giving him less time to play out.
That's sad. You know? And it could be like the daddy's approval. Like, you know when a kid never had their dad? You know what I'm saying? I don't know their relationship or how close they were to the brother, but it could be more of a, like, the boy probably is just like finally getting close to the dad, or, you know, they want that dad love, so they feel as if like, you know, this is my dad. You know, I want my dad to love me. It could be different things. Yes, I get that's your brother, but sometimes it's like you're a parent, and that's like me going to my daughter and like, yo, we gotta end my son. My daughter's gonna look at me like, yo, it's my mom. You know, my daughter wouldn't. I know she wouldn't, because I think she would end me before she ended my brother. I ain't gonna lie. My daughter loves her brother, even though they be pretending they don't like each other. They do. Maybe let my son cry. She be like, come, Jeremiah. Mom's tripping. Mom's tripping. You know? So I believe my kids, like, would never. Like, I think my daughter would have called her dad, like, could you talk to my mother? She is crazy, you know? But I think sometimes as a kid, it's just obedient. Like, dang, it's my dad. It's my dad, you know? Even if it's, like, it's killing the brother, because at least he has some type of conscience to be like, nah, that's my brother. You know? I don't know.
They're pleading him out with less time. Now, aside of all of that and moving forward, now we're at the part where I gotta sit in the police car for 4 hours after sitting next to the body. The police were nice per se, compared to the way other people said they've been treated when I went to therapy and group therapy, and I've heard these horror stories. Of course, you know, I was sad, but I couldn't think straight. There were people saying, we didn't see her on the news going crazy. This ain't no time for me to be trying to put on for no news. I gotta pull myself together, because I got 3 children who didn't already lost a father, and then they just lost our other father who been in their life longer than their biological father was, because he was taken away. So I gotta go outside these gates once they let me go from holding me in the back of the police car, and I gotta explain to them what just took place. This ain't no time for me to scroll around and roll around on the ground. I gotta be a mother.
And that's what people don't understand. That's a real mother. Because some people don't even think of their kids. Like, and that's what I said in part 1. Like, yo, imagine what these kids are going through. Especially if you have a man that stepped up. Because not a lot of men are fathers. A man that stepped up after she lost her husband or her baby daddy. I don't know what he was for her. And now you have another man that stepped up, that's showing you love, that's showing you attention. I don't know how good or bad he was because I don't know him. But in the pictures, you can tell. You can tell by a child's body language how a man treats the kid. And then you have to be a mom and deal with all these emotions. And yours.
I gotta be strong. I gotta uphold myself, because my kids see me as a queen and they hold me to a higher standard. This ain't no time for me to be trying to put on no show for nobody and wondering if people gonna think I'm hurt enough. Of course I'm hurt. Of course I'm distraught. Of course my heart is broken. But right now I can't think about me. And as a mother, anybody should know, we don't always get the time or find the time to think about ourselves. We gotta put our babies first, and I'm known for that. This ain't no game. All in all, my husband didn't have any biological children. Not one. When he came into my life, he told me that he wanted to be a father to my children. I told him, no, it's okay. He said, no, I want to be a father to them. I want to show them what a real man's like. He always loved and respected them, treated them with care, handled them with nothing but the utmost respect. They are all he knew since their father's been gone. They lost their father at 3 and 4 years old. My son was 8 months old when he met my husband. That's all he knew. Pictures, trips, field trips, school events, just everything. The day-to-day life that they needed. Even when he was in prison, he still made time to get on the phone and do 15-minute phone calls with helping my son with homework, helping my daughters read a book. Like, he really was the GOAT as a parent. So I knew they were going to be devastated, and they were. But for people to sit up there and say, she not hurt enough. The lack of empathy that people felt for me. I mean, there were people coming out the woodwork saying, oh, well, I fought her in 1997. She ain't a good person.
Oh, yeah. Baby, you know how much people, if I die, you're going to hear, Tasha? I heard Tasha was this. Tasha? Her baby daddy took everything from her. Tasha? I knew her in middle school. And she tried to end her life. That's what one girl went to go tell my baby daddy. When I first started dating my baby daddy. My baby daddy was like, what kind of bullshit is that? People really don't like you. I know that. You know? But that's what people do. People try to defame you. Always like to do that. Oh, Tasha, baby, when I got with my son's father, you know how many people went to my son's father, and I know who everyone is. Even the ones that talk to me. Went to my son's father to talk about me. You're dating Tasha? You're dating Tasha? You're dating Tasha? You're dating Tasha? But they love me. They all watching me though. Hey. Tasha. Baby, because that's how people are. People try to defame your character. Sometimes you are a bad person to somebody. Yeah, I know I've been a bad person to quite a few people. But that's what people do. Instead of just shutting up. But people going to be, oh, Tasha? If I die, I already know my name going to be dragged to the mud. If I'm famous, are you going to hear my name dragged through the mud? It is what it is.
I was 7 years old. Oh, I got into her in the 12th grade. I ain't been in high school in 16 years. Oh, well, on this date, just bringing up all this old stuff. If you don't like me, you jealous or whatever, keep it at that. But the fact that y'all have no empathy for black women when they're hurting is sick. It really is. Of course, the wife is in charge when the husband dies, and vice versa for when the wife dies. So I was in charge. I don't get along with his family. His family don't get along with me. Okay, his aunt called me and said, "Are you willing to talk to my sister?" I said, "Yes, I am. This was her child. I sure am." She said, "Okay, well, she's going to unblock you. And then can you give her a call?" I said, "I sure will." I gave her a call. I said, let me go back. When she first unblocked me, I gave her a call. She put the little boy that was supposed to be in my husband's on the phone. I hung right up. I'm not in the mood for that. My husband just died earlier this day, and you putting this little boy on the phone trying to get up under my skin or whatever. You got your disdain for me or whatever, so where you really still trying to get up under my skin, this ain't the time. So I hung up. The auntie called. That's when the auntie called me. It was like, "She unblocked you. What happened?" She said you called her yesterday, but y'all ain't get to talk. Yeah, we didn't get to talk. And I told the auntie what happened. The auntie said, "Oh, no, it ain't gonna be none of that. Let me give her a call." I said, "Go right ahead. I'm willing to be the adult in the situation since everybody else want to be childish." So the auntie called me back and said, "Hey, she's willing to talk to you. She won't do it no more. She ain't mean to do it." I said, "Okay, I'll talk to her." I called her back. She said, "You want to lay everything out on the table?" I said, "Yeah, we can lay out on the table, and then we can go from there." She said, "Okay." Now, we'll get into that next in part 4 or 5. Okay, so this is part 5 of why my husband was unalived by his father and his brother. Now, as I stated, I got on the phone with the mom, and she said she wanted to lay it all out. I said that was perfectly fine. I'm all with that. So we laid it out. I let her speak first. Go ahead and speak. You can say whatever you want to say. And she said, "I just didn't like the way you treated my son. I didn't like the way you talked to my son. I didn't like the way you try to control him and keep him away from me. And I felt like you were always bragging about stuff that you shouldn't have been bragging on. I feel like you keep him away from his brothers and the rest of our family and blah, blah, blah." Okay. And I said, respectfully, "I felt like you were jealous of me. And I feel like you still are jealous of me, and you were jealous of me and my husband, your son's relationship." "Jealous?" Interrupted me. I gave her the utmost respect. I was quiet while she was talking. I gave her the utmost respect. "Jealous? Jealous? Why could I be jealous? Jealous? I could never be jealous. I got too much money. I got too much going for myself to be jealous."
Ma'am, you just deflected everything she just said. What does money have to do with you being jealous? You are jealous. You just said it. You just admitted that you feel as if that the girlfriend is taking your son away from you. You feel as if that she was taking the daughter away from you. Basically, that's a sense of jealousy. First of all, you cannot keep anybody from not being somewhere. Like when I was with my ex mother, I telling you, it's not that she was jealous. She did say she was jealous because she felt as if I was taking her son from her. Number one, her love language is cooking. I cook. So when I started cooking for my son's father, I'll do different meals. I learned different recipes, and the mother would say it like, "You took my son from me." And I would tell him, "I know how it feels to be a mother. Go see your mother. Go visit your mother." Mothers, I'm saying it in both sides, as a wife and as a mother, because I've been in both sides. I've never been a wife though, but I'm just saying living with a man and dealing with parents that can't let go. That's, miss that being a mother. I think it's more of she just missed her son, So even when you say jealous, she's gonna just think that you're just saying you're jealous of her. It's not that. You're jealous of the relationship. You feel as if that your son chose this woman over you. You felt that your son took this lady took your son away from you. But you can't take anybody away from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Even like my best friend, I was cool with him. Some women do have control. Like the girl that my best friend, well, I'm not cool with him no more, but he used to be my best friend, and he started dating this white girl that had this crazy control over him. He couldn't even hang out with friends without her tracking him. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes some women don't intentionally do it. Sometimes an insecurity in them. I'm not saying this about you, ma'am. No. But I'm just saying you got to see in both point of views. Sometimes as being in a relationship with somebody, you know what I'm saying, you get carried away and you forget your family. And the family thinks it's the woman, but it could be that he's just in love. Some women, it is control. Some women feel as if like, I did this, I did that, I did this. You should be with me all the time. Or they feel that the family's a bad influence. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying, I just wish that, as women, we could just understand. But some parents want this stronghold control on their son. He's your son, yes, but he's not yours no more. Now he's married, that's it, that's the wife. Nobody could keep a man away from their mother. Nobody. He wasn't around because he chose not to be around. It's not her fault. I could never tell my daughter's father, you cannot be with your mother. My daughter's father will look at you like you got 10 heads. Excuse me? I can't be with who? You know what I'm saying? Just the same way as someone could be like, Tasha, you can't go see your mom. Who? Who can't go see her mom? Me? Who you don't do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't stop anybody from doing anything,
And I said, even then, people are still jealous of people who have less than them. You could be jealous of the way people love me. You could be jealous of the way your husband treats you compared to how my husband treat me. Because when she was out of the picture, my husband treated me like the queen that I am. I'm talking about top tier. I mean, went to all my events, supported everything that I did. I was supporting him. We didn't get into for arguments, fights. It was not toxic or any of that. He didn't do any cheating and stuff like that. We were on good terms and he was away from his mama. Now, every time him and his mama was on good terms, me and him would get into arguments because of the things that his mom and his family did to me and to our relationship. And him not speaking up and standing up, that was a big part of it. Why I used to say, like, nah, I don't feel comfortable with you going to this birthday party or you going to this concert with your...
See? And in that part, you're wrong. She, just by you saying here, say, no, I don't feel comfortable. Let me explain something to someone. You can never stop a man from cheating on you. Don't say because he was around his mama he's not cheating anymore. Baby, nobody can make you stop cheating. Maybe he was probably cheating on you. You don't even know he was cheating on you. My son's father will tell you, I gave him every freedom. He could do whatever. Because I could never, if my son's father loved me that much, he won't cheat. My son's father had the most freedom with me. I didn't care. You want to go? No, that's okay. Baby, I live with you. Why I gotta be with you all the time? You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna have be prettier, thicker, lighter, brighter, nice eyes, dark eyes. I don't know, whatever you're into. But there's women that do that. They have this stronghold on a guy. Like, they feel as if they make this man with them all the time. Oh, I don't want you around your mama. I don't want you around your sister. Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair. I'm saying that's not just the equal amount of time as a woman. Even if he's doing stuff, he's doing whatever, he should be going to see his mom, his brothers, and his sister. I guess sometimes you feel like you're protecting them, but that's still his family. That's still his family. Get what I mean?
Yeah, you going to this concert with your family? I can go to a concert with my family, come back home, drunk and all, and not do nothing with nobody. I go out and cheat. I feel like I had the need to. He would go out and would stay out for a day. Then he would start getting back on drugs. Then he would get wrapped up in something. The next thing you know, he's calling me from jail saying, hey, I need a lawyer. You need a lawyer just from going to a concert? Just from going out to the strip club? You need a lawyer? Like, what are you doing in jail? It was always something, like always. And so I expressed that. Anyways, we got over that. She said, are you willing to, meet me? I said, of course. I said, come over to my sister's house. She said, okay, I'll be over there. Well, instead of keeping it real with me on the phone saying she didn't feel comfortable coming over to my sister's house because I'm known to be violent, she had her middle child who is the son under my husband, because my husband's her oldest child. She had him give me a call. He gave me a call. He said, "Hey, sis, you know, da da da." He's always been the neutral one in the situation. He'll agree with her because that's his mama, but he never really wanted to get wrapped up. He knows if nobody in their family know my heart, he do. I've been there for a lot of them, but him, that was literally my baby. I mean, that was my baby. Like, that was my dog. He used to be at my house all the time, come over there, check on me. He could never comment on my posts and talk to me and stuff like that because he was always around his mama. But that boy genuinely loved me. I can honestly say that. And so he's telling me, like, she don't really feel comfortable coming over there. Can you just meet her somewhere? I said, well, let her choose the restaurant. You know, I'm still putting the ball in her court because whatever makes you feel comfortable, because I'm uncomfortable because of the situation, but I'm not uncomfortable because of nobody, especially not you. With all the stuff you did to me, you shouldn't be uncomfortable around me. You should be ready for
sad
whatever.
because now this should be the time that everybody should come together. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, we don't like each other. Cool. I don't have to like you. Now it's over. I don't have to ever see you again. All we got to figure out is getting along, trying to get along for my son, trying to get along for my husband, and I don't have to see your face ever again. Sometimes you gotta just put your feelings aside. Just put it aside. You know what I'm saying? Like, God forbid both my baby daddies die, I gotta be there. Especially my son's father's family. They don't like me. And I don't like them. I don't like them at all. At all. Not even a little bit. Don't. Okay, but I don't. But would I be rude? No, I will say hi to you. Don't touch me. Hi, how are you? Don't touch me, don't hug me. Hey. Because for my son, my son loved his father. My daughter's father's family, we grew to respect each other. I'm not even gonna say the family. The mother and the sister. We grew to respect. But my daughter's fathers, the brothers, very respectful. Cousins, aunts, very respectful to me. But it was just the mother but my son's father's family, they are, well, not all. I would say the cousins and the other people who really know the real tea speak to me. Some of them I don't really talk to, but because of my son, I'll put my pride aside because it's for my kid. You feel me?
So I said, okay, I'll meet her. They said, let's meet at Aspen Creek. We met at Aspen Creek. She wouldn't come without him going because she knew that he would be the one to break us up if a fight was to break out. But I never had intentions on fighting her that day, okay? Never had intentions. Never had any ill intentions. I was strictly grieving and I needed some help and I needed some guidance and I needed love, if nothing else. All of that is neither here nor there. Let's continue. We get to Aspen Creek. Her and her son sat on one side. I sat on the other side. We had a conversation. She was against everything. She said she didn't like, the funeral home that I chose. She didn't like the colors that I chose. She didn't like this. She didn't like that. She didn't like that. If you didn't like the colors, why the day after he got unalived, you went and got the colors that I had already chosen because you knew I was going to keep those colors, which are right here, the purple and white. Now, his favorite color was purple because of his granny, but prior to that, his favorite color was red. So I was like, I could have did red, but I was like, I'm gonna just keep it as his newest favorite color. It's been his favorite color since 2011 when his grandmother passed away. So I said, okay, 2012, I'm sorry. So it's been his favorite color since then. So I said, we're going to go ahead and use that. Plus, every time we get ready to get dressed up, he want to wear purple, even though we never really did because it was always out of season, out of the whatever. Anyways, I chose purple, but she had already went and got her feet and her nails and her feet done, which in my mind, my hair is all over my head. Well, my hair is just like it is now. Like when I just took down my hair, I ain't have on nails, no makeup. I'm just plain Jane and some little jogging pants and a little jacket, whatever, because I'm grieving. I ain't thinking about looking cute. I ain't thinking about stuff like that. I'm thinking about my next move in life. Having to bury my husband. I got to put this man in the ground. The man I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. But still, we're not going to go there either. Anyway, she had a problem with everything. So I said, you know what? I made an appointment for, this specific funeral home. Let's just go ahead and I'll invite you up to this place and then you can help me pick out everything. She said, okay. She said, did you have life insurance on them? And I said, I told her. I said, the answer to that. That's a whole nother story about something that she did. But I said, the answer to that. And I said, So what do you want to do? Are you going to help me pay for this? You know her exact words were, yes, I'm going to help you pay for it. She said, whatever it costs, I'll pay for it. I said, you don't even have to do that. We could just
whenever you see it, whatever it costs, I will help you pay for it. That means she wants to control it. Baby, I don't. Baby, I don't want it. I don't want nobody's help. I always been that person. I don't like people trying to control me. This is my husband. This is my husband. All I want you to do is get dressed and come. I don't even want anybody to help me. If I'm married with somebody, they won't like me. Because baby, if I'm married to him, he's mine. He's mine. Yes, you can be part. I don't know why you want to be part of it anyways. Just let me handle what I gotta handle. And you be a guest. Why does everybody want to be part of this? I never understood that. That's one thing I never understood. Like when people die, people get buried, people want to be, oh, let me be a part of it, let me help you. No, I don't want your help. Because I feel like that's when it messed. Maybe I would have just did everything and just sent you an invite. You want to come? You want to come. You don't? You don't. I'm like, oh, I would lie. I'm like, we already did everything. We already did everything. I don't know.
Just go half. I said it shouldn't be no more about 15,000, so we can just go half. I had my half of that. But when you talk about paying the whole 15,000 by myself and I got to rebuild my life, and you know I'm not about to be staying back at this same apartment or this townhouse that we got because of the circumstance. I got to go back to where my husband's last resting place was and think about that. That's a whole nother situation in itself as well. So I said, okay, we go ahead and we leave there. They gave me a hug, but I just felt like something was off. As soon as they left, I met up with them the next day. Is when we went to the appointment. We got to the appointment. She said we was doing the obituary. I was letting her pick out everything that she wanted to because I'm like, okay, she said she gonna pay for half. Go right ahead. Pick out what you want. I'll pick out what I want. In the thing, in the meeting, she's trying to overtalk me. They like, the lady's like, ma'am, so what day did y'all get married? What's his full name? She's like, what's his social? What's his name? I mean, she's trying to hurry up and beat me as if it's a competition. Girl, I just lost my husband. I'm not trying to beef with you and have no competition with you about no back and forth about, this is your son. Of course you know this information. I'm not here to do that. So I left at the room, had a little cry. She brought people with her. I brought my sister and my mama. She had people outside and inside. And okay, do what you do. I don't care because I know that when I'm ready to go to war, I'm going to win the war. I don't care about this race. I know when that time comes, I know what's up because I know my God's favor over
And the sad thing is nobody's checking the mother. Well, I can't say nothing. Y'all helped kill their brother. I don't even know why that family's involved. But maybe your family killed ended my husband. Maybe nobody would be invited. I don't give a damn. You're nicer than me. If you could do that to him, what y'all can do to me who don't like me? Maybe nah. I don't care. Nobody mad at me. Oh no. I would have lied and be like, everything's pre-planned. He already had a feeling. We already have a plot, even if I did everything. Because you don't like me. So everything's going to be a competition because you don't like me.
My children, we're going to make it through that. I was already had tunnel vision, just knowing that we were going to make it through. Okay. You know what she did? We got to the obituary part. We started writing the obituary, telling the lady we got our own. She said, now we could start writing out the newspaper part. You know what she did? She blooped out because I wouldn't put the little boy in the obituary that was supposed to be his son that came back, not his son that she had custody of. She blooped out and said, I'm not paying for nothing. You can pay for it. You bury him. I got the videos. Don't ever call my bluff. Don't ever. I got the video. She started wilding out in the funeral home. I had to leave the funeral home. I said, okay. My sister started recording the videos, actually. And so me and this lady's in there getting into it and stuff like that. I'm ripping her to shreds because I've been too respectful. And really, I should have wowed out on all of y'all a long time ago. Her husband's trying to calm her down. She starts trying to fight her husband in this funeral home. I said, you know what? I done been through too much. Let me leave. I tell my mom and my sister, come on. We walks out. Her and my sister starts having words. I told my sister, be quiet. Now, all my family, they know. When I say be quiet, they know I'm already taking too far. So shut up. My family shut up. My sister was like, you right, sis. I'm going to be quiet. So she was quiet. Let's keep it moving. She jumps right online and posts a video of my husband off drugs talking about me when we was into it 2 years prior. Not even some recent stuff. 2 years prior we had gotten into it. She's on her. She's showing people this video on her Facebook. I posted that video in the last text message. My husband's last text message of his life, of him in this world, was to her. Don't play with me. I got the footage. I got the videos. I got the proof. It was nothing nice. And for him to pass away right after that just tells a whole different story of what everybody else is, the picture that everybody else is painting. Because it ain't nothing nice. I'm going to tell you that. It ain't nothing nice. He died 2.5 hours after he texted her that. It don't sound something to you. And his brother was the one who said meet him there. Okay. So this is part 6 of what happened to my husband and why he was unalived and by his father and his brother. Now a bunch of people are online giving their unwanted, irrelevant opinion. Ain't got a dollar on nothing. So I post where the flowers could go, and then I posted if anybody wants to send anything, and I posted someone's Cashapp. I think it was my sister's, because this other sister, not the same sister that was at the funeral home, but another sister. I think I posted hers, and the family got the Cashapp shut down, stating that she was going to pay for her son's funeral. She posted a $10,000 check stating she was going to pay for this funeral. But do y'all know I had to go and ask my family to pay for the funeral, and that's what happened? One of his grandmother's sisters gave me $1,500, $1,200. But everyone else come from respecting and loving and being kin to me. The $15,000 funeral, yes. Yes.
I believe you. I believe you. Maybe they're the one who and the boy. You believe that I believe that mother was gonna do anything? First of all, that mother came very disrespectful. I don't care what's going on. Baby, my son is gone. Baby, I don't care if I don't like you. I don't care if you are a prostitute in the street. We are both going through something. You think I really believe that mom was gonna pay it? No. She knew she wasn't gonna pay it. I knew she wasn't gonna pay it. And whoever tried to pretend, oh yeah, she's good, but now she's not. First of all, she called you to tell you your son was, and you hung up. That's your garbage, and I don't care. You are a garbage mother. And I wonder if he did have life insurance. What you as a mother, you think you deserve that money, right? Right? If you are okay with those people ending your son, show me as you as a mother, ma'am. I believe you wholeheartedly. I knew that lady wasn't gonna pay anything. I knew she wasn't. You think I believe she was gonna pay anything for you? For that son? Because she was going to use the excuse. See, look at you were there. You were there. That's why I didn't pay anything. Who she thinks she is. And none of y'all, as her family, I checked her. Said, ma'am, this is not the time. I feel like you people enable horrible behaviors. Ma'am, no. Not right now, mom. Not right now, auntie. Not right now, sis. That's why it's good to have everything in order. Like, God forbid both my kids pass, I'm going to be in charge of everything. But if my kids have got, like, come to me, like my kids get married, baby, I'm just attending. I don't even care if it's a clown dancing. It's not my business. My son is not for you. Miss ma'am, can you help me pay for your child? Blah, blah, blah. Sure. Do you want to come? No. If the girl's respectful to let me even see my baby, now go see my baby. But he's not for me or she's not for me. He's married now. And hopefully God, my kids are wise enough to have good people that care about that child's mother. Just like, God forbid, if my son's father passed away, maybe I would have his mom and they would try to take over, but I would lie. Like, everything's already paid. Because I already know what type of people, and they're tacky. That boy would come out looking like a clown. I would just make sure, hey, all you guys gotta do, I know you're grieving, make them feel good. It's respect. Even if she called me, I already knew you don't like me. I'm like, ma'am, everything's all set. We already did everything. He already had a feeling. I would lie and make it seem like he did it. He already knew. He had a feeling. We did this years ago. Everything. Even if nothing is handled. Do you want to see a viewing of your son? You can come with me in that respect. And that's it. I never have to talk to you again. But people make feeling like having family involved, everybody wants control. That's why I said if I got married, nobody would be part of my marriage. That's why my ex's mom used to get so mad. You wouldn't have, no. Because nobody's going to tell me what to do. I'm paying all this money for my wedding and you're going to come tell me what to do with my wedding? I don't give a damn. I don't care. That's why I don't like taking money. I'll pay. No. That's okay. Hold your money. Save it. I don't need nobody's help. Baby, my wedding will be so spectacular because that's the vision I had. Nobody's going to ruin my day. Just like if my husband or somebody passed away, I don't want nobody involved. Why do you guys always feel as if that you guys we give a damn what you say? I don't care. Sad.
And I still love all the stuff that his mom had picked out up there and all of that stuff. But she didn't give me a penny on anything. She said she didn't want to put the money in my hand. You could have called the funeral home like everybody else did because I didn't want to be dealing with no money or nothing. I didn't want to deal with nothing. I didn't even want to get up out of bed, honestly. I didn't want to get dressed that day. I didn't want it to be real. So that's not an excuse for why you didn't do right by your oldest son, because you didn't do right by him in life and you didn't do right by him now that he's unalived. Okay, I'll wait, but let's go back before we get to the funeral being paid for, because I'm struggling to pay for it. I'm having to call all these different people, in which I know people will come through for me because I've did so much for people, and people know my heart, and people knew his heart. People love both of us. But now, why would we even be asking people if you got all this money that you always speaking of? The next morning after this funeral.
Well, if you had so much money, how come you didn't give your other son a truck? Oh, we're not going to talk about that? If you had so much money, why don't you just buy him another car so they won't be fighting and they wouldn't get that far, ma'am? You got so much money. You're such a bale, shakale. How come you didn't give your other son this money? Miss Baller. Miss Big Money. Mama. How come you didn't give it to your son to get him a car that he didn't have to end your other son? Oh, no, we're not talking about that. Because all this could have been avoided, mama. Oh, no? Oh, we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. It's okay to belittle people. I got too much money. I got too much money. Baby, people who have money don't even have to say I have too much money, because baby, you know they got money. If I have money, you don't have to even, I don't have to say, baby, I make money. I have money. You know I have money. You can look at me and be like, yeah, she got money. I don't gotta speak. People who go, I got money are broke. You got that, you got that. You got that. You ain't got no money. Miss Mama. Poor boy.
Next morning after this funeral home incident, I get a phone call. I'm answering that. I don't usually answer phone calls of numbers I don't know. I answer the phone call. I'm way out of town looking for my husband something to wear, because he's about to have to get buried. I'm not even thinking about her no more. I'm like, I'm just going to even stop talking to her completely. I'm not even going to argue with her back and forth, because we already did it yesterday. I'm not going to do it again today. Cool. It's a judge The judge says hello and introduces herself and says, I need you in my courtroom by 9 a.m. I said, baby, I am out of town. Now, I can get back in town by about 3 hours, and then we can go from there. And I said, but what is this about? Oh, well, I was told that your baby daddy, and this is where that part one came from. I was told that your baby daddy unalived your husband. So we need you in here because we're having some issues. And I was also told that you weren't really married to this man. And we might need to take the funeral from out of your hands. I started crying. You're low, but you done went to HELL to do somebody like this. I would never in my life do somebody like this. This is just...
I tell you. That's why I tell some people, before you date somebody, see their family. See their mother, see their father. Some people are just at a garbage. That's why she's going to die a bad way. You don't even have to say nothing, because the Lord will get her. The Lord would get her. Everything you do come back around. Everything you do come back around. You didn't even, you that, yo, it's insane. She looked like a bald-headed, gray-haired woman. That's what she looked like to me. Because bald-headed, gray-haired mamas are always the mean ones. I don't know why. I don't know why. Something about y'all bald-headed, gray-haired mamas with the little short haircut looking like this, always trash. I don't know why. I feel in my heart you're a bald-headed, gray-haired mama with the little kitten square heels. Baby, she look like a garbage. I'm telling you, I feel like she's a garbage. You did all that for what? What's wrong with you people? It's that serious. And wow. And you know your son killed your son. Yeah. Yeah.
I would never in my life do somebody like this. This is disgusting. But everybody's like, it's coming from love because she's a godly woman.
Don't get me started with the godly women. They're the trash ones. They're the garbage. Those godly women are the yo, everybody's mama who's godly, I don't want to be with them. It's okay. Your mama godly, go to church every Sunday, they're the devil. They always evil. They're always evil. Always evil.
If my husband was here, if he would have made it through, and whatever I would have said, he would have agreed with me. He always chose me over them. That's a whole nother. Always chose me and my children over them, over her especially. Always. It was never, oh, I'm just gonna stay with my mama. It was never that, unless I said, you gotta stay with your mom. I'm sick of his back and forth. If I said that, he would still be crying on the phone every day. Please let me come home. I'm so sorry. Da, da, da. But it was always me. Especially when he seen that I was serious on situations. Okay, I goes to court. Y'all know this lady told the judge. The judge said I need to bring a marriage certificate. And if I didn't have it, I need to go get one. I need to go down to Frankfurt and get it. Like I said, I'm already out of town. So how am I about to even go do XYZ? So I called somebody else. They end up telling me, like, this is what you need to do. Tell me to go across from the courthouse and go to the actual building and get the papers from the other, like, little courthouse where they keep the record keeping and all of that. So I went over there. I got the paperwork. I brought it to the judge. The judge told her, she was screaming, my son's gonna find another wife. My son's gonna find another wife. He will not be with you. Duh. He's been unalived by his father and his brother listening to you to keep a car that made my husband depressed and wanting it back. And now they arguing about a car that I know the brother would have gave back. Had you not put it in his head, it was okay to keep it because that's his brother. Prior to us even going in the courtroom, her brother grabbed her hand and said, please don't do this to her. Don't do this. He did. Her big brother. He said, don't do this to her. She said, let me go. Let me go. I'm going in her. I'm going to get my son's body. Me and my family was just sitting over to the side. Now, anybody in the city that knows my family, they know we're deep. My family love me to pieces. My friends love me to pieces. People I don't even know love me to pieces because they've heard about the work I did, whether I got paid for it or not got paid for it. I did a lot of stuff for the city of Louisville. A lot. Me and my kids randomly go on Sundays to feed the homeless off our own dime under the Vedox. A lot of the homeless people around here know us. When it came time to protesting, when it come time for anybody's needing something that they don't got for their kids, people reach out to me and I make it happen one way or another. I always do. Well, I used to. Before all of this stuff started going on, I started seeing people's true colors and how people was happy when I was there at my rock bottom when I was them. So I don't really deal with people like I used to. But let's go back to this.
That's what happened to me. I noticed after when, oh shoot. I noticed after when my whole situation with my ex, baby, how people, I hear people were celebrating. People were laughing. People were writing my baby daddy like, oh, I heard you put Tasha in jail. That she get. That's why I said, God, if I become successful, I got everything down. Just in case I forgot. Girl, I'm so proud of you. Thank you, girl. We should, oh, girl, no, girl. Oh, no, girl. Oh, no. I don't talk to you. I block you. There's a reason why. Because something was said. You left me. You abandoned me. All y'all abandoned me. Yes. Everybody's going to be blocked. But I still love you. I will still talk to you. But I never forget what people do to me. Ever.
We goes in the courtroom. The judge talks. She talks. I talk. She got this big babble about this big, waving it around in the air, talking crazy, shouting out stuff, telling people that they gonna get it. They gonna get it. The judge was like, hey, the judge said she's keeping the body. I got the paperwork. She's keeping the body. And she said, can she come to the funeral? I said, all of them can come to the funeral. I'm not saying nobody can come to the funeral. I'm not saying she can't help me bury him. I'm saying we can either do it together or I'm doing it alone. Either way it go. She told the judge, oh, well, let her have a funeral and I have a funeral. The judge said, even if you have it, she's keeping the body. So it will be her decision on what she do. I said, I'm keeping the body. You done been this nasty to bring me to court. I'm not giving up that body to nobody. I'm keeping the body and I'm going to make it happen. Not one to call my brothers, not one to call my sisters, not one to call my cousins. And I didn't. They all came to me and said, what do you need? I told them money, and they gave it to me to make it happen for my husband. I thank my family and my friends dearly. I thank them.
And those are the people you forever have their back. If God bless you successfully, those are the people who need you, that you forever have your back. There's different type of family. Like I tell people all the time, there's family members I know that I will forever have their back. And there's family members that who ask me to pay them back. Maybe you're going to be paying me back. I don't care if I got $1 million in my bank. But there's family members I know, like my cousins, my immediate cousins, my sister, who I've been asking, can I borrow $20? Can I borrow $40? Can I borrow $50? That never ever come up to me about, Tasha, you owe me. No, because everybody know I was struggling. My friends, can I borrow 20, 40? Who I pay back? And they're like, no, Tasha. People who just give me money, I remember everything. Like people are like, yo, you just came in my heart. You just came, people on social media, you just came in my heart. I never forget. Because you never know what a person's going through. And you never know when that person needs you. You could be my breadwinner right now and give me everything in the world. You could give me everything. And it could be a point, it's my turn to give you everything. I could reward you with cars, houses. You don't know. You don't know what's the reason why you came across my life. I don't forget anything anyone does for me. I have this one person I forever say, she gifted me something. I say till this day, I said, God, I want to work hard to help her. Whether she good, she always go, God bless me, I'm okay to gift you. Baby, I have her in my heart till the day I die. Baby, she will be in my will if I don't pay her. My life insurance, it has to be a portion to her. Because I never forget what people do for me. Never. Never. I have a friend I'm not cool with no more. But baby, when I was with my son's father, I always tell people that I would meet up with her just to give her money. And I don't get along with her no more. But in my heart, I'm like, yo, I know we don't talk, but I just need to meet with you. Just because the fact, when I didn't have nothing, there was times my son's father was mistreating me and I didn't even have food to eat. You gave me your last. That's a friend. And I don't give a damn we don't get along. We beefing right now. But that's forever. I will forever, even people in my family, I always say that. I will forever have their back. They're like, you don't talk to her no more. I will forever have her back. And I don't like, me and her don't talk no more. We're not cool. If she's losing her house and I'm able to help her, I'm like, yo, make sure she good. Because I never forget, and that's the only friend in my life, I would say, that loved me. Even my friend that was cool for 17 years, she was cool on the phone, but my other friend was action. She showed me love. Even though the friend that was cool with for 17 years, like, oh, I felt like she was jealous of you. I felt like you was jealous of me. Because when we stopped being cool, my other friend that helped me, never brought up what my ex did to me. But when I got beef with you, baby, you brought up, that's why people don't like being around you. That's why your ex left you. That's what, baby, I think you was jealous of me. Because that friend never threw nothing in my face. We just didn't get along anymore. It's just her actions when my ex put me out showed me something. But baby, God bless me, I never forget. And that's the people you hold down. Even if you don't get along with them. Even if you don't get along with them. Yeah, I don't fuck with you no more. But baby, I will never forget what you done for me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I thank my family and my friends dearly. I thank them so much. I'm so grateful. But what I would not do is sit back and let somebody sit there and say that my baby daddy unalived my husband, and that's not the truth. This is what it all boils down to, and that's what brought us here now. I still get messed with. I still get bothered. I still get talked about. I still get laughed at. I still got people saying that they're going to fight me, which I done seen plenty of them, and they don't say nothing. They don't do nothing. Because people seeing the real, and people see that I did not say that this lady cannot come to her son's funeral. I didn't say she couldn't help me bury him, and my baby daddy did not do that to my husband. It just didn't happen. It's a lie. Because what it is, that the guilty conscience of how she really treated her son in life is eating her alive. Them pictures that I get to post, and them videos, and beautiful pictures, and them beautiful videos on my Instagram and my Facebook is making her skin crawl, because that jealousy is something she can't get rid of. Now, she ended up having her own funeral, and I had mine. I had the body. Here's the casket. Here's the people taking them out. So her family came to my funeral and then went to her funeral. And it was a big headache about that, because she kept calling these different churches, telling them, oh, it's going to be a shooting. It's her doing this. It's going to be a shooting. There's going to be some stuff that go down. So you need to make sure that y'all don't allow this girl to have his funeral there. When all the churches were reaching out to me first, like people that worked at the church saying, hey, you can have it at my church, and you can have it in my church, you can have it in my church. And then when I get to calling them, they're like, well, you can't have it because we heard there was going to be a shooting, the family's feuding, and da-da-da-da-da-da. But all in all, that's my story. Me and my kids have been healing. I've moved on. It was to death do us part, and I did my part until his untimely death. And me and my kids are healing in therapy. My kids are doing great. I'm doing great. I've started a new career. I'm working on so many certifications within this career. It's crazy. And I'm excelling at what I'm doing. And that's that.
Louisville man is behind bars for killing his son. 52-year-old Ja'Cory Harris was arrested early this morning in Newport, Kentucky. That's near Cincinnati. Police say he shot Ja'Cory Harris Jr. last week in the parking lot of an apartment complex behind Jacob Elementary. The elder Harris faces murder and a weapons charge. He's scheduled to appear in court later this month.
As I stated, call my bluff if I'm saying anything wrong, but this is part 7. Yes, the mom did talk to the dad on the crime scene, well, over the phone. The dad called the mom's phone, and she tried to hand the phone to the police and say, tell the police what happened. So yes, they did talk. The sister was the one who basically told on the daddy. It's all in paperwork. They've mentioned it multiple times in court. She said, you know, if he did this to my brother, I'm going to turn him in. So them two talked, and she called me back and she said, I'm about to turn my daddy in. She said,
good job, sister. Because your mother's a garbage. No offense. But you, because baby, I don't give a damn. If somebody, baby, cousin T, my sister, baby, we are up. I don't give a damn if it's my brother, my cousin, my aunt, my children. You end my sister's life? Baby, you are up like I don't know who you are. The same thing, if my children and their daddy and my children that came out of my body, hey! Where they at? Where they at? The mother, the dick was, the thing between the dad's leg was so good that it's okay for him to end your daughter, your son. It's okay. A kid that came out of you. A kid that you guys made together. Lord, if you coming. Because what is going on? I hope he get justice.
you can't do that to my brother and get away with it. She said, I'm telling right away. She called the police and she told them what happened. They took her statement, and she's now a part of the investigation. She became a part of the investigation that went on behind my husband's untimely death. Now, like I've stated, I did say that I don't know what they actually talked about. I don't know what anyone could say to anyone that share a child, and one took away the other child. One took away the child that they share together. I don't know, because me and my baby daddy, I know he would have been running for his life. I know if I would have did that to one of our kids, I would have been running for my life. But that's us as parents. Everybody don't parent like us. We're still considered the new generation per se. So, I don't know. But then again, I can't compare me and my baby daddy to nobody else's situation, because we were different. We didn't play about our kids, and I still don't play about our kids even though he's gone. So, that's that. It's just not going to happen. I guess this is like part 8. This is like part 8. But I'm just answering questions that you all are asking. I should have kept him away more clearly. Have you ever been married to a man who's trying to break a generational curse and go away from the crowd? Let's be realistic.
Okay, I have two sides. Listen to me first. I believe you was trying to break the generational curse for him, because he still was getting in trouble. He was still going through certain things, and I believe he met you, who's seen the goodness in him. And sometimes, I'm not saying that he wasn't either, but he still was hanging around people that, you know, were still part of the street life. And his family is his family. And sometimes, like even in the beginning when I said, you know, you should have never kept him away from his family, I get in a way where you're coming from, because his family is toxic, but that's still his family. And sometimes when you're trying to get away from generational curses and that's all they know and that's all he knows, you being the supporter, you want to make your man and a better father, but sometimes it thing this camera's gonna do, this camera's gonna shut off on you. It backfires, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that is hard because you could keep him away, right? And then you'll get the blame. And some people become envious, like, oh yeah, now you change. Breaking generational curses comes in different ways. Number one is forgiveness. Number two, yeah, is eliminating yourself from the people. But what comes with breaking generational curses is really trying to break it. Because he still was going in and out of jail, still in a lot of trouble. He still was part of the hood life. If he was trying to break generational curses, he should have just, like, even going to the dad's house, banging on the door, kicking down the door, texting these people, because you're still doing generational things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, even though he was trying to break generational cursing, he was still doing generation actions. Because what if you're kicking down these people's door and trying to fight and they didn't boom boom and they called the cops, he would have got locked up again. You know what I mean? So it's hard, because I had dudes that I know that broke generational curses and still kept a healthy relationship, but still kind of eliminate himself from his family, because his family was part of the life that he didn't want to be part of. So it's kind of hard to break generational curses if you're still doing generational actions, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you was trying to make him a better person, but he still had his family that still knew him of the person that he was. Get what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, yeah, okay.
Let's be realistic. Someone weighing 98 pounds holding on to someone that weighed 230 to 40 pounds, okay? Pulling him one way. Versus a family full of people that it's a family full, so it's a lot of weight, pulling him in the opposite direction. Just imagine that. That's what it was like in real life. That's exactly what it was like. And yes, I was a wife. But I was also a mother, and I'm still a mother. A real mother. Not that mother that say, hey, here's some hot dogs and pork and beans, or here's some noodles and sit in front.
Yep. There's different types of mamas. There's different levels of mamas. Okay? There's mamas that's really intentional, love your kid, show your kid love. And there's mamas like, baby, you going to grandma's. I'm going to the club. I'm going to the party. I'm going to go flown out and sleep with every man. There's mamas that just leave the baby in the house while they get... Not everyone's a mama. Just because you have a baby don't mean you're a mother.
On the TV, the mother that got to make sure her kids make it to school every day. Got to make sure homework is completed. Got to make sure everyone has showers and baths. Got to make sure everyone's school clothes are put out. Got to make sure that everyone has rides back and forth to practice because mom is still at work and on the clock. And when she gets off, she has to cook a full meal and then go clean houses because that's one of her businesses. Because mom has to make a way. I don't have the time to be chasing nobody around nobody's city to make them do what I want them to do and what they really need to do. I sit back in my life, and this goes with anybody. Mother, father, sister, cousin, auntie, brother, cousin, whatever, kids. I sit back and watch people. I let them do what they want to do to see what I need to do. I'm not forcing nobody to do something they don't want to do. And he could break the generational curse of that's still your mother, that's still your father, that's still your brother. He would always get all sad and down seeing me and my family on good terms. He's like, well, you and your family, y'all smile all the time. Y'all always doing stuff together. Y'all always having a good time. Ain't nobody talking about each other. I wish my family was like that. He would say it all the time. And sometimes it would make him jealous. It would. He'll say, like I'll call my brother and I'll say, oh, Kamaya's my oldest daughter. Kamaya wants these shoes. My brother will say, okay, how much are they? And then I'll tell him how much they are. He'll be like, okay, I'm right sending it to her Cashapp. I call my mom, I say, Mama, I ain't got my rent money. She say, okay, I'm right sending it to your Apple Pay.
That's the type of mama I want to be. I want to be that mama. I want to be the mama that my kids always feel, because my mama's, she's more about you take care of her. I don't feel that. I feel like we're supposed to be a community. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my mom's sister's family was like that. But my generation, not really. It's only a certain amount of us. Like, I can ask my cousin Sandy, Garvin, my cousin Kaina, you know what I'm saying, my sister. I can ask certain people. Those are the four. I'm real comfortable because I don't have to pay them back. But I can't go to people and ask them a lot of money. Like, oh, can I get 1,000, 2,000? Nah, I'm too embarrassed to do that. I'll ask for 20, 40, maybe a little 50. I'm not even comfortable asking my baby daddies for money. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had family. I can just go like, oh, can I get $1,000? Can I get $2,000? Can I get $3,000? You know, I'm not comfortable to ask people more than $40, to be real. But I want to be like that. I want my kids to be like, Mom, I'm this. Because that's what I'm here for. That's why I work so hard. You don't see I'm in pain. I just have a surgery. And I said, let me do these videos so I can be monetized, so I can have income. My daughter's about to go to college. I don't want my daughter fiending for nothing. My work, my job is cute. But baby, they can fire me anytime. Anytime. Baby, the way that our president's making all these rules, I probably don't have a job. So why not work on social media? Get on social media. You know? And I'm grinding as hard as I can. Even if I'm in bed. I'm in bed.
I call my auntie and say, I ain't really feeling good today. You know what she gonna say? What you need? I'm like, I need a cake baked. She's like, okay, I'm gonna bake your cake. Just come over here and get it. That's the kind of family that I come from. That's the kind of family that I've been raised in. I call my cousin and I say, come and get my son. I need a break. Guess what she would do? Come and get my son. He'd call somebody in his family and they'd say, what you need it for? Ain't you still with your wife? What, your wife can't do it? Da, da, da. My family didn't care if I was married, single, whatever. If you need it and we got it, you got it too. So no, I couldn't keep him away more clearly. I did my part as a wife. I don't know how many times I got to say that. Through the trials and tribulations, I was still there. I was the only one still standing. Not one person in his family went and visited him in jail the 4 years that he was in jail. Not one. Not one letter. Nobody sent them a letter. He was in Manchester, Kentucky, 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away. Nobody got on that road to go see him. Nobody's on them visitor books except me. And you know, during the whole time he was in jail, I ain't messing with them. They treat me wrong. They ain't answering no phone calls. They ain't coming to see me. They ain't worried about me. Everybody's just living their life. They having a ball. You know what he got home and did? Smiled right back in their faces saying, telling me, that's my family. That's all I know. After beating it in his head so many times and trying to remind him that these people didn't love him, he couldn't break that generational curse. So no, I couldn't have kept him away more clearly.
Well, that one's a hard one because that's his family. And sometimes the lesson, yeah, it's the lesson. But in the end of the day, that's his family. And it sucks. And I know trying to break generational curses, trying to stay away, it will backfire regardless. Because that's your family. Sometimes you got to love a person from the distance. But because the fact that he see you have a family, that's not his family. Yeah, your kids is him and you can do the best you can. But it's always going to be something missing. It's like that little boy wanting love, wanting their mom. That's like a kid having everything in the world. Like a biological, getting a foster mom, and the foster mom's the greatest. But they want to know their parents. Knowing their parents is shitty. They want that love. And unfortunately, the people that love him betrayed him the most, including his mother. You did everything you could as a wife. And I believe you 100%. Even if the mom and the family came out, I would not. I don't even think I'll even watch it. I wouldn't. I believe everything you said. Because look at the outcome. You as a mother, even at the funeral, knowing the father killed the baby, you're still acting a fool. You're so stupid that you even had a separate funeral. It's sad. But the boy's free. It's sad, but the boy is free. The little boy is free. He's with his granny who really, really loved him. He's with a God that really, really loved him. I'm sorry for your loss. This is a crazy story. But it's like, I don't know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.